Alright guys, today we're going to review two different targets, and they are range and outlier. So the first thing we're going to do is let's define range. Okay, range is the difference between the maximum and the minimum values in the data set. Okay, so keep in mind that the maximum is the highest number and the minimum is the lowest number. So we're looking for the difference between the highest number in the data set and the lowest number in the data set. Difference means to subtract, so really all we're doing is we're solving a subtraction problem. So how to find the range? Find the range, we're going to subtract the maximum minus the minimum. So let's look at an example. It says, find the range of the following data set. Find the maximum, find the minimum, then we're going to subtract them to get the range. So if we look at our data set here, the maximum or the highest number in the data set is 84. The minimum or the lowest number in the data set is 21. So when we subtract those, 84 minus 21, we get a range of 63. Okay, all right, so let's do a refresher on what an outlier is. An outlier is a data point that is far away from all the other data points. So it's either way, 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 way bigger than all of the data points, or it's way, way, way smaller. Okay, so it's far away, it lies outside the data set. Okay. So if we take a look at this example here, it says the following ages were recorded in Miss Gillum's class. 10, 11, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 26. So if we look at the data, there is one value that lies outside the data set. It's way far away from the rest of the data points, and that would be 26. So 26 would be an outlier in this data set. Okay, now when we look at visual representations of data, outliers are really easy because you see a cluster of data and then you see one point all the way out there by itself. So in this case, if we look at example 2 here is our cluster of data. Okay, we see a gap and then we see this little guy out here by himself. Once we see the cluster and the gap, the one out there by itself is our outlier. So in this case, 50 is our outlier.